Attention passionate Seattle Seahawks fans. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC West and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Seattle Seahawks' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Seattle Seahawks fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your FRINDS and Seattle SEAHAWKS fans. Let's get to the news all right. Folks, buckle up because today we're diving into some explosive rumors and potential blockbuster moves that could reshape the Seahawks defense, and who knows, maybe even help them chase another Super Bowl title. The buzz in NFL circles is all about the Seahawks targeting Minkah Fitzpatrick, the all-pro safety from the Miami Dolphins, and what that could mean for the team moving forward. This isn't just idle chatter. It's a serious possibility that could redefine how Seattle approaches their defensive strategy in the second half of the season. So let's unpack this story from the ground up, talk about what Fitzpatrick brings to the table, and why his addition might be exactly what Seattle needs right now. First, let's set the scene. The Seahawks, sitting at 4-4 with a cap space of around $21 million, are in a crucial phase of their season. They're looking for ways to tighten up their secondary, especially given some recent injuries and inconsistencies. Minkah Fitzpatrick, of course, has been one of the most versatile and impactful safeties in the league since he entered the NFL. He's been a cornerstone for the Dolphins' defense, especially after a stellar 2020 season that saw him really elevate his game and boost the entire unit's performance. Fitzpatrick is known for his playmaking ability. He's a player who can change the course of a game with big plays, whether that's forcing turnovers, making sacks, or shutting down key passing lanes. His stats speak volumes. Over 450 tackles in his career, 19 interceptions, 35 pass defenses, 4 touchdowns, and a PFF overall grade that consistently ranks among the best at his position. Now, what makes Fitzpatrick such a tantalizing target for the Seahawks? It's his versatility. He's primarily a free safety, but he can slot into the nickel role, and he's proven capable of blitzing effectively, with a blitz win rate around 25%. He's also excellent in coverage, with a knack for reading the quarterback and making interceptions. He's projected to add around 8 turnovers this season if he joins Seattle, and that's a game changer. Imagine a Seahawks secondary that already has talented players like Woolen, who's been fantastic in coverage, and Love, who's had a solid season with 4 interceptions. Adding Fitzpatrick to that mix would elevate their overall efficiency, especially in the back end, where they're ranked around 20th now but could easily jump into the top tier with his presence. But why would the Dolphins consider trading him? Well, after recent events, it makes some sense. Miami is in a bit of a cap crunch, with about $28 million in available space, but they're also in a rebuilding phase that has seen them prioritize youth and future assets. Following Tua Tagovailoa's concussion issues, the Dolphins are perhaps more cautious about risking more injuries and are looking to free up cap space by moving some veteran players. They've already made a move by releasing about $10 million in cap space by parting ways with some depth at wide receiver, and Fitzpatrick could be next. The Dolphins are reportedly looking at their odds for a Super Bowl run, which are around plus 8,000 right now. A long shot, yes, but they're also making strategic moves to maximize their draft capital and develop their younger players. And here's where it gets really interesting for Seahawks fans. The potential trade would involve a conditional second-round pick in the 2026 draft, which is a compelling price for a player of Fitzpatrick's caliber. Seattle's management is known for their smart cap management, and they could fit Fitzpatrick within their budget, especially if they make some cuts or restructure contracts. The impact on Seattle's defense could be immediate and profound. Analysts are projecting that the duo of Fitzpatrick and Love could produce over 10 interceptions combined, significantly improving their ball-hawking capabilities. Plus, this duo could increase their sacks from the current team total, around 45, by adding pressure from the safety position, which is often overlooked but incredibly valuable. With more turnovers, the Seahawks' offense would get extra possessions, and that's always a recipe for winning games. Let's not forget the historical context. Fitzpatrick's presence has historically boosted defenses significantly. Back in 2020, when he played for the Steelers, his addition was credited with increasing their tackle numbers by around 120 and elevating their safety rankings to elite levels, similar to what Derwin James has done with the Chargers. The Seahawks, with their current roster, are striving to reach that kind of defensive versatility and playmaking ability. Adding Fitzpatrick could be the missing piece that elevates their secondary from a decent unit to one of the league's best. It's not just about the stats. It's about the attitude, the energy, and the game-changing plays that a player like Fitzpatrick can bring. Now, looking ahead, the Seahawks' Super Bowl odds are still within reach. Currently, they're at around plus 2,500, but with strategic moves like this, some analysts believe those odds could improve to plus 1,500 or better. Fitzpatrick's knack for making plays in critical moments, especially in the red zone where his instincts shine, could be the X factor that pushes Seattle over the top. The team's defense, in particular, would benefit from his ability to generate pressure and force turnovers, which, combined with their existing talent, creates a formidable unit capable of competing with the best. Of course, there are skeptics. Some might argue that trading for Fitzpatrick could disrupt team chemistry, or that the Dolphins' rebuilding plans might not align with Seattle's window of contention. But for Seahawks fans, the promise of a more aggressive, opportunistic defense should be exciting. The potential addition of Fitzpatrick isn't just about one player. It's about the message it sends to the league, that Seattle is all in on making another deep playoff run and chasing that elusive Super Bowl title. With their current roster, coaching staff, and the potential upgrade in their secondary, there's a real shot at not only making the playoffs but going further, especially if they can leverage their improved defense to take some pressure off Geno Smith and the offense. And let's talk about the bigger picture. Seattle's recent history has shown resilience and a knack for turning things around quickly. The team has been quite adept at identifying needs and making strategic moves in season. This potential trade for Fitzpatrick fits perfectly into that mold. It's a move that says, we're serious about winning now, and it could be the catalyst that ignites their defense and, by extension, their entire season. With the playoffs approaching and the NFC West becoming more competitive than ever, every game counts, and having a playmaker like Fitzpatrick could be the difference between a wild-card exit and a deep postseason run. In conclusion, this rumor about the Seahawks pursuing Minkah Fitzpatrick is more than just speculation. It's a reflection of how serious they are about elevating their defense and maximizing their Super Bowl chances. Their secondary could see a seismic shift, transforming from a good unit into a top-tier, game-changing group. If this move happens, it could set the tone for the rest of the season, inspiring confidence throughout the roster and rallying the fan base even more. The Seahawks are known for their resilience, their ability to adapt, and their willingness to make bold moves when it matters most. Whether this trade materializes or not, it's clear that Seattle's mindset is focused on winning, and they're willing to do what it takes to bring another Lombardi Trophy to the Pacific Northwest. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Seattle Seahawks news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Seattle Seahawks fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this potential move? Do you believe Fitzpatrick is the right piece to elevate this defense? Or do you think the Seahawks should focus on other areas of the roster instead? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Seahawks. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Seahawks news. Thanks for being with me today, and as always, go Seahawks.